Hello everybody, Jim here, asking you to please forgive me for the state of my voice. My son has yet to kick the habit of touching public handrails and licking the resulting stains off of his fingers, or whatever it is that 4-year-olds do to get themselves and their families miserably ill. As a result, Stuffy Nose Jim. Also, I believe this will be coming out on Thanksgiving for a large portion of the people watching it. Good for you! For the rest of you, you have my condolences. One of the great redeeming qualities of the holiday season in my corner of the world is a day devoted to pies. What other time does my wife feel obligated to make 5 different kinds of pies? And one of the reasons I'm truly thankful for this time of year, practice pies to make sure she makes the pies on the big day correctly. No other time. That's when. Beyond that, I'm here to answer a single question from the comments in my last video. Digital Blade asks, can I buy the game, meaning Star Citizen, for $60 and get all the ships after 10 years? Or maybe it better to buy all ships for $10,000 and wait 10 years to play the game? I am not sure. Well, Blade, my real answer to both of those questions, for most people who are inclined to even ask, is don't do either. I don't believe the average gamer has what it takes to ride the waves of Star Citizen development. If all you have to spend is $60, go and spend it on Steam or Good Old Games, or as I like to call it, GOG.com, that's GOG.com, during their summer sales. I've participated in those sales twice in the last 10 years. I spent about $60 total, and I got a crap ton of games. In those 2 spending sprees, I picked up Borderlands, Borderlands 2, BioShock Remastered, BioShock 2 Remastered, BioShock Infinite, Portal, Portal 2, Dishonored, Far Cry, Far Cry 2, Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2, Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, Orion, Prelude, Dinosaur Beatdown, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Terraria, Fallout, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, Rebel Galaxy, System Shock 2, Neverwinter Nights Diamond, Crysis, Faster Than Light, The Witcher 2, and the Double Dragon Trilogy. And that doesn't count the dozen or so games I got for free during that time, some of which, like Tyrion 2000, have provided many hours of fun. Sure, not all of them were great. I did not care for Far Cry, and I remembered why I don't like most third-person action games, but most of them were good, and some of them were great. I've been playing these games for years, and all I spent was $60. If you have to spend $60 and you have no patience to wait for new games, do that. Seriously, it is the biggest bang for your buck in all of gaming. You may be thinking, Jim, I've already played all of those games. And that may be so. But my answer was based on the notion that you could either spend $60 or you could wait for a new game. So I say spend less money on games you don't have to wait for. There are plenty of inexpensive indie games and new AAA games being developed every day. If you have a problem with those as well, there's little I can do to help you. Maybe you should sell your computer and take up woodworking or something. I like woodworking. I made this dagger and sheath for my daughter a while back. Now, I realized that what you really wanted to do with your comment was ask why Star Citizen fans are making the choices that we do, because you kind of think we're stupid. But I think my previous answer illustrates the answer to that question as well, but I'll spell it out in case you missed it. We back Star Citizen with stupid amounts of money and time because we can, and we're willing to wait to get a superior product. Let me explain why I think that is. I get the impression that most long-term Star Citizen backers are older than the average modern gamer. That's because many of us, including Chris Roberts, creator of Star Citizen, were there when video games were just getting started. We are old school, first and second generation gamers. We started gaming by typing commands, or if you're a little younger like me, using one button and a primitive joystick. We remember when arcades were still common and pinball games were considered pretty neat. Not every person in this category can claim all of these things, but other common attributes include mortgages, children, careers, nagging elderly parents, and the general notion that Pokemon is for kids. Obviously, some people in their teens and 20s might think that way, and some people who are older might not, but once you have 30 or 60 years under your belt, you often have more responsibilities than you can shake a stick at, and more distractions than are probably healthy. 10 years can pass before you even know it's gone. For example, I'm 38. My 30s have lasted about a month. My 20s happened the day before that, my childhood and teens were the day before that, and I'll be 50 sometime tomorrow. Heck, I've been following Star Citizen for like 3 years now, and it feels like I first discovered it sometime around the beginning of this video. I also currently have many investments that are much more costly than Star Citizen, both in time and money. My house, my marriage, my college education, my kids, and even my car all cost more and or take longer to mature than this video game. For example, there's a very good chance that I'll be playing a full release of Star Citizen before I'm done cleaning up my children's vomit. Most of the people who still have money in this game after all this time already have investments like mine. Compared to those, $500 for the potential to get a good game 10 years from now is a bargain. 10 years may scare you, but it don't scare me, kid. And that's why you can't understand the minds of all the people who are still backing Star Citizen. You don't have the requisite experience to understand our perspective. It's like my 4-year-old son is trying to join a grown-up conversation. We all smile and nod, but nobody takes him seriously. Fortunately for both of you, I think that's adorable. And you might be thinking, I'm worried my $500 investment in Star Citizen might not pan out. Well, guess what? I spent over $40,000 over the course of 5 years on an education I'm not even using. Compared to that, $500 over 3 years is chump change. And you can be sure that most of the people dropping like $15,000 on the completionist package have money to spare. And those that don't can always get a refund. And some do. So, how much do I think other people should spend on Star Citizen? And how long do I think they should wait? The answer to that depends upon the individual. So I can't say for any one person. But I can say for me. For me, I put my money in, and I'll wait as long as it takes to get the best game they can make. But as far as I'm concerned, Star Citizen is already out, and I am literally playing it right now. For the low price of $500, I am participating in a community that I really like. I get to discuss development of a project that fascinates me. I get to be wrapped up in the cycle of hype and salt that accompanies every new concept ship. I get to influence development of the game through the issue council. I have a topic for videos that bring together the community surrounding my YouTube channel. I'm part of the Evocati, so I get to test new features that push the boundaries of technology, and I guarantee you we'll have applications beyond gaming in the years to come. Incidentally, I also get to play with and provide input for each new toy as it's developed in the form of ship combat and racing and arena commander, FPS mechanics in Star Marine, and all the new advances in gaming that are debuted in the PTU. All of these things, for me, are a part of playing Star Citizen, and I'm doing them right now, and most of them will probably disappear when the game officially releases. I enjoy playing Star Citizen in all of its forms, just like it is, and I'll be sad when the development is over. If that doesn't happen for another 10 years, I can absolutely live with that. And, while that answers the question you were implying, I never really answered your actual question, so I'm going to do that now. Should you spend $60 and wait 10 years, or should you spend $10,000 and still wait 10 years? Why would you ask that? Isn't that kind of a no-brainer? If those are your only considerations, you'll end up with the same stuff and have to wait either way, so spend less. Also, the game doesn't currently cost $60, it's actually $45. For $60, you get 2 games that will cost $60 each when they eventually come out. Not that that really changes your point, but it might confuse people who read your comment, so, I'm just saying. And that pretty much does it. For now, that's all I have to say on the topic of why you spend so much dollars on stupid game that never going come out. You know why I'm doing it. Now, anyway. And I'd love to see the reasons you guys are willing to keep spending and waiting as well. You're welcome to mention the reasons that you aren't backing the game, but we've most likely heard it already because the Star Citizen sucks camp is very vocal. Even so, if you have something new to add, please drop it into the comments. I read and enjoy them all, even the salty ones. Thanks to everybody for watching, subscribing, and particularly for commenting, and I will see you next time.